Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing two parts of this. One is going to be the fast one where I'm going to show you what I do real quick and show you the results, and then I'll do one where it's talking as well. So depending on which one you want to see is the one that you will get. So today, the color exchange phase out. Trying this again. Last time it worked pretty well, but I wanted to try it on something different. So first things first, you want to make sure you wash your hair twice. That's what I did with clarifying shampoo. From root to tip. Normally, you don't do that if you're just shampooing your hair, but you want to do it with this, get out any products, build up, and all that. I normally do it twice just to make sure it's thoroughly clean. And you want 4 ounces of room temperature water to mix with this packet. When you do, you want to take and slowly mix it, and then slowly keep adding it in until it forms a gel. And then we're going to put that over. It says to leave it on at least 8 hours. Just leave it on however you want. Just be wary, some people have a sensitivity with vitamin C on their scalp, so just be aware of that. Okay, so I just gave this a quick brush through, nothing too fancy. I want to make sure it's still really wet. I find it works way better when it's super wet. But, so you guys know, up here we have Manic, Panic, and it's Pillar Box Red. When we get into this middle piece where it's more pink, this is, I think, Punky color Poppy Red. And that's what this is. And then at my end here is Arctic Fox Purple Rain. So we're going to see for all three how it takes it out. Last time, it was after years and years of using between Manic Panic at first, but then for years I used Arctic Fox Poison. I had a really hard time getting that out. So we're going to see how it works with those three. It's actually a purple. So we're going to see. But like I said, I'm going to do what I said. Slowly put it in, mix it in, and give it a gel, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I do recommend gloves, because if you have any like cuts on your hand or anything, it will sting. But you want to keep it so it starts to really gel up here and become more thick. I usually keep mixing it and like pressing the little like pieces in that like want to clump together, so it kind of helps. And then if you just wait a few minutes in between mixing, it tends to gel up real nice. But I'm going to put this all over my hair. Leave it in for so many hours. I'll let you know how many hours I leave it in for, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. But so you guys can kind of see what we're starting with. Okay, hey guys, so those who chose to want to hear me talk and kind of chat and update through this one, awesome, hey. I know some people just like the review, and that's cool, because I get in those moods too, but to those who actually like the chat ones, sweet. Definitely, like I was saying, make sure you have gloves. Rub it in real good. And I just start to put it in. I like to definitely make sure the hair is wet, because it's easier to work it in, and really make sure to work it through. Sorry, by the way, if when I am talking, the gloves get in the way. They're very loud. Work it in there. At first, I don't think this has a smell, but after a couple hours, I think it starts to stink, and I don't really like it. But and I don't try to put it directly on my scalp, because I think it gets a little itchy. But really make sure it's saturated. As I was saying, up here, Manic, Panic, Pillar Box. Through here, we got Punky Color, Poppy Red, and down on the ends is Arctic Fox, Purple Rain. So we're working with a mix here. So we'll see which shades do what. Finally got myself some alligator clips for sectioning. I'm not making this perfect. This stuff is still pretty liquidy, where I'm not dyeing it, so I don't know. 1 packet's personally enough for me. I have long hair, but it's pretty thin, so it tends to be enough for me. I'm gonna keep on mixing and on in. And then I try to do it above the bowl, so that if stuff falls out, it goes right back in there. As you can see, it's already taking out some color there. Kind of where like the Punky color was, so we'll see actually. I never tried it with the Punky, so you will see. Last time it was like mainly Arctic Fox Poison. Like probably years underneath it had some Manic Panic in there, but it was mainly Arctic Fox Poison. And it kind of did some, but not as much as I wanted it to. But some people have really good results, I guess, with Manic Panic. And I wanted to see what it did with the purple. I do buy this off Amazon. And after I wash this out, I'll just make sure to really, really deep condition really well. And I'll go through with the brush a little bit. And get some with the brush. And help paint some of it on here. As I said, if you got any like scratches or like boo-boos on your scalp, I know boo-boos, but it will burn. So please don't do that on a broken scalp. Don't do any type of hair stuff on a broken scalp. You will not like that. Thank you for all that, you know, like to watch the talking ones. I figured I'd do them separately because a lot of people don't like that and everybody likes their own mix. So then I figured when I do stuff like this, I can give everybody what they want by giving two different ones. I find this to be some of the most crucial part though, is really working it in. And like I was saying, I'll see, I can actually see some color coming off my glove, is clarifying it. Definitely clarify it from root to tip, clarify it. And I did it twice because when I did it the first time, I remember I did it once and then one of the other times I did it twice. It made a huge difference and it kind of stripped it more evenly because I really made sure to really wash it really, really well. Because I don't normally put shampoo on my ends. I just do it at the root like you're supposed to, but it's just such a weird thing to put shampoo all over. But and the cool thing about this is that like you won't really notice any color coming off until you go to wash it, how many hours later you decide to do. And it will just look like regular. I find this to be the most important though. It's really just taking my time, let's see, some color there, and working it in. It's literally the most important. But thank you guys, by the way, for anybody who is a subscriber and you just watch like all my videos. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching some of my newer things because I know they've been different than what I normally post. I plan on doing some other types of weird stuff. Or I can do some horror related stuff with doing makeup, talking conspiracy theories and spirituality and all that. And for those of you who don't know, some of you found me, but not all of you, I did make a TikTok where I can kind of talk a little bit more freely about some of that stuff because the guidelines are a little bit looser than YouTube's. So I have a little bit more leniency on what I can speak on. So check that out as well. By the way, I'm doing this, we'll see how much it takes out. I'm mainly doing this because it actually came out way too dark and different than how I wanted it to. So it is the main reason why, but we'll see what it does. Make sure we get every last little bit here, especially on the ends. I just want to see what this does, you know. It's on. I'll tell you guys how long I leave it on for in both videos, of course. And we'll see. Afterwards, I do recommend, like, buy a shower cap or something from the dollar store that you can just use so it doesn't really touch anything else. I recommend that. You're going to want to take and throw it out because honestly it's going to get a smell to it, and even if you wash it in the washer it doesn't come out. So this is going to be me for the next few hours, so I'm going to take and probably play some games and stuff and watch some movies. But I'll be back and I'll let you guys know how long it is and show you before and after. Okay, so this is about a day later. Thank you if you watched the short or long version of both of these videos. There's going to be two versions, but this is what it came out to. This looks darker in here than it did in, like, outside. But, like, up here is more of, like, a lighter pink. I'm going to step outside, too, so you guys can see it in natural lighting, because it's a little yellow. And then this, if you guys saw, it was a really dark, dark purple. Purple Rain's very dark. And it turned to this really pretty pink shade. Like I said, I'm going to show you in real life. The Punky color probably came out the least in here. So just as a heads up, so Manic came out really, and that was fresh, like super fresh. And this is like a really light pink shade where it's almost matching this. but the Punky color is the one that kind of came out the least. The purple from Arctic Fox came out a lot, as well as this. I did leave it on for about 8 hours, probably a little bit over 8 hours. And honestly, I could probably do it again and get it way lighter, but I'm actually really liking this color, so I'm not going to mess with it. I thought I wanted it lighter, but I kind of like this shade. But I'm going to step outside so you guys can see. So I can kind of show you guys. It still isn't super accurate, but it's very pink. If you guys know, Purple Rain, which I had from like here down, is very, very dark. So that definitely lightened up a lot. And these were all really fresh colors. Manic Panic came out the most, which this was like the root area. You can see that came out the most. And then in through here is Punky color, and that is probably the shade that lifted up the least. So just as a heads up, Manic Panic came out so a lot. And that's where I put the least amount of product. In here, so you can kind of see a more accurate representation. See how there's some really light pink. And then throughout this middle here is where I kind of drag down random parts of the Punky color poppy red. You can kind of like see the difference between that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe. I hope you guys like it, and I'll give you guys an update and review. I personally really like it. As long as you don't have a vitamin C sensitivity with your scalp, way less damaging to the hair. I just did a hair mask with it naturally air dried. My hair feels great. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.